If we were to start on round 7 in a chimps game, we would have 813 monies in order to work with. So let's see if we can do that with a Gwendolyn and a Blooncineration when it comes to doing a chimps game with just 2 towers. So we're going to place down Gwen here and let us get our time rolling with fire. Now I did a video not too long ago with a Jones Blooncineration hypothetical 2 tower chimps, but round 61 was a problematic round on that particular scenario, but in this case, round 61 is not a problem, but round 62 will be a problem. Speaking of Blooncineration, our time begins, and let us have the Blooncineration near Gwen, just so that whenever she unleashes her heats up, it will also affect our Blooncineration here, which gives Michelle fire damage. Outside of a wall of fire, that is. Let's move the cursor of Gwen's ability for her cocktail into the middle of the square here, because it'll mean it can affect everything within this little square on resort. Round 15, what we're going to do on round 15? Well, we're going to go and upgrade up towards signal flare, because we actually we don't really need it for round 24, since Gwen's abilities can by default pop camo balloons. Bigger blast, balloon buster, yellow balloon, no thank you, do not escape my wrath, yellow balloon.
Hello?
And Gwen's going to be our black popper and zebra popper out of these two throughout most of the run. Once we get the wall of fire, then definitely we will. Here we go, round 24. We don't have a signal flare just yet, but by unleashing the cocktail, it can pop a camo balloon without needing camo detection. Purple balloons, Gwen has no chance against them, but luckily our mortar does. Signal flare, hell yeah. Round 28, sorry, lead balloons are no problem whatsoever for our combination here. Both of our towers can deal with lead balloons. Also, a special thing with Gwen is that on level 5 and level 18, Gwen is able to passively benefit Rena Fire, Signal Flare, and Dragon's Breath. So your top path Tack Shooter, your bottom path Mortar, and your middle path Wizard will be able to have increased attack speed and increased... Oh, no, increased attack speed and radius. I was reading the wrong part there of the thing. But when it comes to the radius, I don't think it inherently increases the radius of the mortar's attack when you pursue Signal Flare and beyond. It just means that it has a larger line of sight here. So in this case, for a mortar, it's almost useless, let's just say that. Don't worry about Gwen taking all of these mortar shells. She can take the heat. And we have Gwen on last just so that we can hopefully pop all of these black balloons, because black balloons for our mortar is a big problem, and purple balloons at the moment for Gwen is a big problem. But once Gwen gets up to level 16, every single attack that Gwen produces they can all attack purple balloons essentially and pop them. Heat it up in the cocktail in the middle of the track there, just so that we can deal with that excess amount of zebra balloons there. Zebras, or is it zebra? Put it down in the comment sections below. Option 1, zebra. Number 2, zebra. Number 3, die by yellow balloon. Gosh, I love the third option. It's so riveting to die to a yellow balloon of all things in the game. Round 39 going swimmingly well. Let's put the cocktail here. Shattering shells there. And now we can deal with round 40 without a single mishap going on here. Okay, good. Now we have an anti-Moab sort of thing going on here. But also just everything that is a ceramic. One time I don't want Gwen to damage a ceramic is when I want it to be popped by our shattering shells to be able to get through every single fragment of it. Okay, let's just put the cocktail down there because of all those zebra balloons there being concentrated. Not a big fan of it because Gwen can be pierce capped. But then again, almost every upgrade in Bloons Tower Defense 6 can be pierce capped. The ceramics being fortified in the previous round doesn't necessarily help them. It just ensures that Gwen cannot necessarily pop them with any given chance at this given point in time. Like, Gwen later on is a bit more of a powerhouse in some ways, but it's only mainly with her abilities. Her attack is, I don't know, pretty mediocre, but her attack ability, sorry, can be quite useful when it comes to supporting your other towers. She's very good for supporting and very good for enabling certain towers to be able to pop lead balloons, and very well. For example, DDTs. There goes round 49 there. Not a problem whatsoever. So I'm going to put you on the Moab class balloon there. Get some damage going. Gwen has absolutely no issues against the lead balloons, as we've established earlier. And that should be the rest of round 30. 2 blue balloons. What happens when you put 2 blue balloons together? Yellow balloon. The deadliest of all the targets in which we can try and pop. Rainbows, please go down. Rainbows, please go. Oh, thank goodness for that. I lost my cursor for my mortar. Because Gwen does use heat up and our mortar is nearby, Gwen, it means that whenever this is affected by the heater up, it means that the zebra balloons, which would otherwise be immune, receives the fire damage of the shell itself. Yeah, things are going swimmingly well at the moment. No issues whatsoever to report here. Besides these pink balloons, which could be an issue, and that zebra balloon, that could be an issue. Need you to be popped, please. Ah, that mortar timing was exquisite. Speaking of exquisite, all of yours to be going down on this plane. As long as you don't get popped into a zebra balloon before the shattering shells can make impact on you. We now have the firestorm ability, but guess what? I'm not getting through these rounds at the moment. Oh, that's a better attempt, but guess what? Yellow balloons were left of that round. Long-time viewers knows the extreme pain that I have been put through because a yellow balloon escaped from the map. You may never know what Ninja Kiwi cooks. They may even decrease the price of mortar so that you can purchase it right off the bat in a CHIMPS game, which would make this particular 2TC possible officially in a single player scenario without editing the rules a little bit by saying start on round 7 with a little bit more starting cash. Something along those lines. I don't even know why I've got that. There's nothing to remove, so this is still an official run. Okay, so round 61 shouldn't be problematic. Okay, let's just use Firestorm because of that. Okay, round 62. This is going to be a little bit more problematic because of these bubble balloons being a specific problem for us. Getting these ceramics under control as well. Let's see, purple balloon, no thank you. No. Some of them are... it's just knowing where my cursor is and when my mortar is about to fire, when it's just fired. Okay, I think that should do it. Hopefully. Come on now. I don't want to go for round 62 again. Yes. Finally, round 62 has been vanquished. That took me far longer than necessary to try and go through that entire scenario. Okay, round 63. This should be an absolute doddle as long as my shattering shells are the only things that are initially targeting the ceramics. And we are soon to have the ultimate weapon of this entire challenge. There it is, the Blooncineration. Nothing will get past the gazing evil eyes of our monkey here, wielding this napalmic weaponry. I don't even think napalmic is even a word or a scientific phrase, but we're going to go with it when it comes to describing something with literal napalm within its barrels. Barrel, I mean. Goodness sakes, I can't even imagine what the mortar paragon would be like. It would have to have the radius of the biggest one, along with the stun utility, the fire rate, and the bonus damage to certain kind of balloons of the middle path, along with the ability as well. And then you would need the wall of fire, along with the propertification settings of the bottom path mortar. Now we could level up Gwen by using some of our monies, but I don't think that's necessary. We're going to stick with the rest of this money along with all the rest of the money, so which we're going to accumulate throughout the rest of this run, and just let Gwen naturally get to level 20. I think even if we invested all our money into Gwen, we wouldn't be able to make it so that Gwen can pop the purples around 78. So, yeah, there's that little factor going on there. Like, we've got 8,000. That's going to take it to just 10,000 at this given point in time, and we'd still need the money for 3 more levels worth of leveling up. No thank you. Besides the fortified CUMG, your fortified properties, balloons of this game, are just a temporary barrier before my Blooncineration is able to come along and strip you of your fortified property. First wave of ceramics are very easy. It's more or less this segment of the round which is more interesting because Gwen still cannot pop bubble balloons. And let's just use Firestorm in order to remove all of the ceramics of that round. Yeah, there we go. There goes the remaining purple balloon of that particular round. Now, the next time we face purple balloons, Gwen will be able to naturally pop them all when they are decamouflaged, that is. Question of the day. Sometimes that is something which I have on a video that I put up. It's something for you, my wonderful viewer, who is oh so wonderful and kind. Which cross path of the mortar do you like the most when it comes to just the mortar itself? Do you like the biggest one? Do you like the Popper-Nor? Or do you like the Blooncineration? Which of these 3 are your favorite mortars? Personally, I just really like the biggest one. Especially like a 2 megapop scenario, because it just goes so hard. Whack an MIB on it, or just have Jones on the map somewheres, and you basically don't really have a issue outside of camo balloons. But then again, that could also be rectified with a radar scanner village or a submergence support submarine submerged. Like, for me, the biggest one was so close to also getting a 2-tower chimps if Ninja Kiwi in the same update as the Ultra Boost uptime was increased, that the biggest one itself didn't receive a damage type nerf going from normal to explosion. And no, the shockwave damage remaining at normal is not considered a reliable source of damage, okay? It doesn't work. And the description of this is still a lie. It can't pop any balloon type, just the shockwave damage can, not the main part of the mortar damage itself. Round 87 we have for the ZOMG behemoths. They all go down though thanks to the might of the Blooncineration mortar and the pierce and damage buff that has been given in update 43. We're on update 43, right? Update 43.3. No patch notes Ninja Kiwi and lists on Reddit, honestly. So sometimes when a new update comes out, or when a new little update comes out, it's not fair for people to see what the changes are. It can sometimes be a little bit mysterious as to like what actually has gone into the update itself. Before and after. Nothing has changed except for the number. I'm pretty sure that's not the case, but it just feels like that at times. Round 90 is DDT territory. Both of our towers can deal with DDTs because both towers have the fire aspect. There are few things in which fire cannot solve. Purple balloons mainly. But we still got the explosiveness of the mortar itself. Let's put the cocktail of fire down because we do have a pierce issue there. Level 17 Gwen heats up in powers affecting monkeys to pop +1 extra layer and do +2 damage to lead balloons. Particularly useful when you do have a particularly sneaky and powerful foe in the form of the DT. I know I botched my grammar up there. I do apologize, it's just a part of my anatomy, okay? Sorry, level 18, 20% improved attack speed and radius of, well, this one included. So, near enough now. As long as Gwen keeps attacking, her heated up should have 100% uptime. Yeah, increased attack speed, increased damage. Yeah, we're pretty cooked now, honestly, when it comes to our setup. Can we deal with round 94? I believe we can. Now, as long as the signal flare aspect activates, Gwen will not have a problem dealing with all of the purple balloons on the screen. And then when the DTs pop around, they have absolutely no chance. Oh, it's so satisfying just watching all of them melt. There we go, round 96. The second most RBE round in a game of chimps. First being round 98, and that's not even a debate. There we go, there goes the majority of round 96 so far. Let's deal with the rest of the BFBs, and then let's deal with the ZMGs now. We've got over 100k's worth of monies. One thing that could be venturable for me is at least cost chimps. So trying to go through a map on chimps, but just using the least amount of money possible in order to get through the scenario. Again, I'm not very good at chimps, which is why I avoid like the expert maps on this game. People say like quad is very easy, Bloons is easy. And I'm like, you've got to really be in a elitist kind of perspective to say that expert maps are easy. You could be like, you just give us a challenge for once, Ninja Kiwi, by actually putting up a hard map. All the maps that you put out are just straight up easy, and anybody who says they are easy, well, just disregard their opinion, because every single map in Bloons Tower Defense 6 is easy. Hello, darkness, my old friend. It's good to see you again. Really, a yellow balloon around 98. That's what's going to cause our demise. Oh, and also talking about my favorite kind of people on the internet. People who think that they own the opinions of others. There goes round 98. A cocktail of fire really helps out, honestly, I feel like. And there goes the rest of it. Now, Firestorm is at maximum power. We love the maximum power. And the bad. I wish you had a unique voice line for the bad there. Scientist Gwen. Just like Harder Gwen has. I love those colors. I also love the candy inside of it. Oh my god. Look at all the pretty candy inside the bag. I wonder what they taste like. Oh my gosh. Look at all the stuff that we could shop around for. Oh my goodness. Just sound like every kind of shopping personnel. I know. Oh my goodness sakes, how could you not be into fashion? That is like so not cool. Can't believe you can't go through round 100. That is so not like you. Okay, Firestorm is at Viridian, which I didn't have beforehand, which is pretty cool. Which means we can incinerate all of the ceramics when they come out of their Moab shell, and that should be it. A 2TCC scenario. The other C meaning co-op, because realistically you could only do this in a co-op scenario where you would have more starting cash. So there we go, folks. That is a 2TCC or CC2C with a Gwen and the Blooncineration. I believe I've run out of towers at the meantime in order to try and use Blooncineration with, because I realize I've been using Blooncineration quite often when it comes to these 2TC scenarios, but Gwen's just been given such a great buff in update 43, but it's really hard not to use him, honestly. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody, and let me know what other videos you'd like to see me do in the future. How many days have we got left on the collection event? 7 days left until the collection event expires. Get your instas while you can. And we are 29 levels away from the nicest of levels. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody, and take care of yourselves.